Welcome to Pete Lean Field, where tonight the Post 320 Stars host the Watertown Arrows from American Legion Post 17 in a doubleheader. Watertown's game versus Del Rapids, scheduled for Tuesday, was canceled due to rain, so the Arrows haven't played since last weekend when they went 4-1 in the Creighton Prep Classic. The Stars' last action was just 2 days ago in a 7-1 loss to Yankton after picking up 3 wins versus just 1 loss last week. Watertown brings a record of 28-16 to the plate tonight, which includes high school games. Their Legion record is 13-8. Their South Dakota Power Points record stands at 6-5. The Stars saw their Power Points mark drop to 7-4, while their season record stands at 23-10. I'm Tom Anderson. We want to thank our sponsors for bringing you tonight's action on YouTube. Our webcast sponsors, Playmakers, Sports Cards, Memorabilia, and Gaming, Mike's Auto Sales, Dakota Discount RV, Traders Market, Paisanos Bakia, and Soundbites Vintage. The 320 game sponsors include Beersbach Equipment and Supply, Strive Fitness, Denny Menhold Auto Group, Shields, Tatco Construction, Water Tree Hot Tub Saunas and Water Treatment, McKee Ford, South Dakota Mines, Scoopy Cow, American Family, Davis & Associates, Nick Davis Agent, Stuart Martin Remax Results Real Estate Team, Complete HVAC, and Anco, builders of infrastructure and communications. We're going to take a break, and when we come back to the Soundbites Vintage pregame show, we'll talk a little bit more about the Arrows and the Stars. This is Post 320 Baseball from Pete Lean. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street, or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more, tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. And Tom Anderson back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth as we continue with the Soundbites Vintage pregame show. Watertown played in the Creighton Prep Classic last week, where they went 4-1. They had a win over the Bryant Black Sox by a score of 12-6. Their line score in that game, 12 runs on 10 hits. They committed 3 errors. The winning pitcher there was Cooper Heiser. Trip Jorgensen came in relief. Carter Bisker from the plate was a perfect 3 for 3, scored a couple of runs, had an RBI, stole a base, and had a double. Cole Hansen had a couple of stolen bases. He went 3 for 4, had a run scored, and he knocked in 4. Their only loss in the tournament came to the Carpetland Rugs team. He got shut out on just 5 hits, didn't commit an error. They lost that game 7-0. Tonight's starting pitcher, Hunter Halligan, was the loser in that game. Pitched well, except for some control problems. Went 4 1/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned 8 walks and struck out 2. The next 3 wins came against Gretna, Post 216. That was an 8-1 win. Jackson McClemens went the distance for Watertown, went 7 innings, gave up just 3 hits, 1 run. That was unearned. Walked 3 and struck out 4. Marcus Pitkin had a double, went 1 for 4 in that game. Kane Everson had a triple and a stolen bases. He went 2 for 3 and knocked in a couple of runs. And Cole Hansen, who had 5 steals over the course of the tournament, had a stolen base in that as he went 2 for 3. Against Dickinson, they came away with an 11-8 win. They had to go deep into their pitching rotation. They had 11 runs on the 8 hits and committed 1 error. Hansen with another stolen base. He went 1 for 5, scored a couple of runs. And their final game, 11-4, was a win on Saturday against the Rocky Mountain Lobos. 11 runs on 15 hits, did not commit an error. Kane Everson in relief picked up the win there. Rabine, Bisker, and Lake all had doubles. Pitkin a triple with a couple of RBIs. Lake knocked in 3 runs. Hansen had his 5th stolen base. 5 hitters in their lineup had 2 hits apiece. For post 320, tough outing on Wednesday in a single game against Yankton as Beck Reichen just pitched a beauty of a game. Gave up just 5 hits in the contest. Noah Wald had one of those. Tegan Sales had one of those. They led off the game with back-to-back singles, but they were only able to score 1 run as they saw their inning end on a double play. Colton Melhoff had one of the hits. That was a double. That led off the second. He got doubled off second on a line drive. Looked like it was going to be a base hit to center. He took off for third. He got doubled off, and that was really the night for post 320. They'd never really had a threat after that. Colby Witt had a single. Anders Lockhart had a double. As a team, they struck out 7 times as Reichen goes 7-5, 1-1, 0 walks, and the 7 strikeouts. Elijah Ballard started on the hill. He was relieved by Beck Leidy, who was our Paisanos player of the game. 4 strong innings of relief, gave up just 3 hits, 1 run. That was unearned unofficially. 5 walks. Those came in the first couple of innings of his relief appearance. And 6 strikeouts. Seth Lefebvre finished up the game for post 320. We'll take a break, come back, and take a look at your Traders Market starting lineups as we continue with the Soundbites Vintage pregame show here on 320 Baseball from the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth at Pete Lean Field. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Let's take a look at the Traders Market starting lineups, brought to you by Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. For Yankton, flip my page for Watertown, post 17. They will lead off with their left fielder, Cole Hansen, wears number 7. Kane Everson is the second baseman, wears number 6. Carter Bisker, number 3 hitter, wears the deuce at shortstop. Double deuce in center field, Marcus Pitkin. Sam Olson wears number 5, hitting out of the number 5 spot. He plays first base. Number 10 is the catcher, Jonathan Lake. Kai Paulson plays third base, wears number 14 in the number 7 spot. The designated hitter tonight, Tripp Jorgensen, wears number 4. And number 23 in right field is Jackson Fallick. Hunter Halligan on the hill for Watertown. Defensively, for post 320, it'll be that strong outfield, Ben Hassett in left, center fielder Aiden Bird, and Colton Melhoff in right. Anders Lockhart gets the start at third base in the first game of the doubleheader. He had been playing second, shifts over there as Tegan Sales goes behind the plate. Noah Wald at shortstop, Adam Jensen at second, Max Speed at first, and the battery tonight, Burke Eschmeyer on the hill. Tegan Sales behind the plate. Eschmeyer 7-0 on the season. 43 2/3 innings in his 9 games, all of those starts, giving up 42 hits, 28 runs, 17 of those earned. He's walked 26, so he's had a bit of control problem. Struck out 47 in those 43 innings. hit 6 batters, had 10 wild pitches. Batting average against of 243. That's well below the 272 team average that 320 surrenders. ERA of 2.73 and a whip of 1.56. Again, 7-0 on the season. As a team, the team ERA at 4.04, the whip at 1.76. Offensively for the Stars, seen some hot bats until they ran into Riken the other night. One of the most potent offenses in the state. As a team, they're hitting .350 and on-base percentage of .466, so on base nearly half the time. OPS of 1.002, slugging over 500 at .536. 71 doubles, 22 triples, and 20 home runs. As a team, they put the ball into the gaps and over the fence more regularly than any of the opponents that we've seen so far this year. 265 RBAs, they've scored 309 times, 166 walks, they've struck out 178 times. 48 times they've been hit by pitch, 11 of those by Colby Witt, who we'll see in the second game behind the plate most likely. 55 stolen bases. They don't run a whole lot, but they do have really good team speed. They're led on the base paths by Tegan Sales with 10 steals. Aiden Bird has 9. We do not have stats for Watertown. Some of the teams on their game changer shut the stats out, as the Casper manager told me when they were in town. They don't want the opponent to see their spray charts. So we don't have stats for them, but we will give you an update on some of the players and what they did in the Creighton Prep Tournament. So Watertown coming in with a record of 28-16, 13-8 in Legion play. So that 28-16 includes games against high school opponents during the high school season. And 320 coming in with a record of 23-10. Updated power points. Yankton came in this week as the number 1 team sitting in power points, and with a win they dropped to number 2. I never try and figure out the power points because it has to do with opponents' records and strength of schedule and a whole lot of math going on in there. Brandon Valley moved into the number 1 spot. Yankton drops just below them. Sioux Falls West at number 3, post 320, even with the loss, still at number 4. Brookings at 5, followed by Renner, who will be here tomorrow night in a doubleheader against post 320. Rapid City post 22, then Harrisburg, Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls East, Spearfish, Aberdeen, and Huron. We were talking a little bit about the situation in Sturgis on Wednesday because they were not showing up on anybody's South Dakota schedule, and they were not showing up in the PowerPoints. And today when I looked at the PowerPoints, they did have an explanation. Sturgis was removed from the PowerPoints rankings, and games were removed from calculations unless that puts a team under the minimum 14 games played. So to qualify for the state tournament, you have to have played 14 games. If you end up short, I think they give you like a 30-run loss, so that obviously affects the PowerPoints. But Sturgis apparently has not been able to make some games so far this year. They are scheduled to play here next Wednesday on Little League night. I was talking to Coach Mike Jansen before the game, asked him about that, and he said he had a conversation with the coaches over at Sturgis and just let them know it's Little League night. We need you to show up, and if you're not, let us know with some advance warning. Apparently Sturgis had a couple of players that left the team and left them a little bit short. So as far as we know, we will have Sturgis running here on Wednesday and Spearfish on Thursday. So we are getting ready to get things rolling here. We'll take a break and we'll come back with the anthem and the first pitch as we get set for a doubleheader tonight between Rapid City post 320 and Watertown post 17. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Paisanos Pachillas, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events and go online at PlaymakersLLC.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243 and their website with their full inventory at DakotaDiscountRV.com. Welcome back to Mike's Auto Sales. Ready for the national anthem, and we'll be ready to play a doubleheader here. All right, a little bit different atmosphere here tonight weather-wise versus Wednesday. Wednesday was very cool, 65 degrees at game time, just played one, and that was at 7 o'clock, and the flag out in left field was sitting on the pole. Game time temperature here tonight, 88. Didn't think it was supposed to be quite this warm today. And that wind is blowing from center to left, so it'll be blowing in from right field. Flag kind of dancing out there a little bit. It's not blowing like it was against Pier, the doubleheader that was played last week. That was a whole lot of gusting going on there. So the Stars in their red top uniforms with the white numbers. Watertown in their all purplish gray uniforms with the pinstripes. The purple lettering trimmed in gold. And on the hill, Burke Eschmeyer takes his warm-up tosses. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with first pitch, 3:20 baseball here from Pete Lean. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Tom Anderson back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. Leading it off for Watertown will be Cole Hansen. Hansen, the left fielder, had 5 steals in that Creighton Prep tournament that was just played. Watertown's first action since that tournament, since their game on Tuesday was called due to rain against Del Rapids. Hanson, a left-handed hitter, will step into the box as we get ready for first pitch right around 5:10. Scheduled for 2 tonight. Eschmeyer, the right-hander, starts off with a strike, high and away. Hanson with the 5 steals. Looked like he had a pretty good tournament. Obviously hitting leadoff, one of their better hitters with some speed. Fouls the second pitch away. It's 0-2. Eschmeyer just takes a short step back on that windup. Never really gets behind the mound and puts that one down and in, ball 1. Good waste pitch there. So a little hopper, they're going to have to hustle, and the flip by Speed to Eschmeyer hustling over. Difficult play, retires Hanson, 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Kane Everson, the second baseman, wears number 6. Take a look at the first offering from Eschmeyer, too high, ball 1. Everson with a triple and a stolen base in the win over Gretna. He went 2 for 3 in that game. Picked up the win against Rocky Mountain Lobos in relief. Eschmeyer down in the count, rearranging the mound a bit. Now he's ready to go. Glove in front of the face. 2-0 delivery. Misses high, 3-0. Talk about the fact that Eschmeyer's walked a few batters this year in his work on the hill. 26 walks, 43 innings. And he gets a strike there as Everson taken all the way. 3-1, just underway. Top of the first inning. Oh, shot right up the middle off of Eschmeyer's glove. It's going to roll to second, and Jansen has no play. That was a wicked shot back to the mound. Eschmeyer got a glove on it, fortunately. But the base hit has Watertown in business here in the top of the first inning. Carter Bisker, their number 3 hitter. Where's number 2? Hits from the right side. He is their shortstop. Lead at first. Pitch just misses inside. So Hanson bounced one between the pitcher's mound and first base, and then a shot back to the mound. Eschmeyer chases Everson back to first. Bisker drives one to left. Hassett is there all day long. There's 2 gone. Good tag by Bisker, but Hassett didn't have to move much for it. Marcus Pitkin, the cleanup hitter, plays center field. His name showed up with a couple of extra base hits in that tournament. This past weekend, had a double and a triple. Slightly closed stance all the way to the back of the box. Throw back to first. Ball gets away from Speed. And on the air, they're going to wave him to third. Speed throws across the mound and almost gets away from Lockhart there. Some fielding and catching problems haunted 320 in their loss on Tuesday. 3 runs scored on wild pitch pass balls. There's another run that may not have scored had they made the cutoff play, and here on a pickoff play to first, ball goes all the way, and there's a lot of foul territory here, went all the way to the fence. So to third on the first error of the game, that pitch misses outside to Pitkin. This one pounded foul just past the Stars dugout. Evens up the count at 1-1 with 2 gone here in the top of the first inning. No score on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. And Eschmeyer trying to put the 0 up on the board. Breaking pitch just misses high, 2-1. Eschmeyer 7-0 on the year, good ERA, but he has worked in trouble most of the innings that we've seen him pitch. He's had very few clean innings. This one, a 2-hopper. It takes a short hop, and that's going to score a run. As it hit the seam between the grass and the dirt, it didn't take that second true hop that Lockhart was waiting for. Instead, shot down between his ankles and his knee. The second error of the game. Pushes across a run. Sam Olson, another lefty hitter. Pitches up as Pitkin dancing around down at first base. Don't see that Pitkin had a stolen base in that tournament, but has a good lead. That pitch misses down, 2-0. So Eschmeyer on an 88-degree day, struggling here in the first inning. Yankton put up 3 runs in the first inning on Wednesday, and that's going to be a hit by pitch. So not sharp baseball so far here to open the first inning for the Stars. First and second, 2 out, 1 run in. Couple of errors, a hit by pitch. And Jonathan Lake, the catcher, number 6 hitter, will step in. From the right side, open stance, that back foot planted in the back corner of the batter's box closest to the plate. Eschmeyer trying to survive with just the 1 run given up here in the inning. Thought we might have seen Eschmeyer on Wednesday, then went back and looked and realized that he had thrown about 90 pitches in his last start over the weekend. Line shot right by Wald. That will score another one. The throw from Hassett, cut off, and that'll hold the runners at first and second, but another run in. A couple of unearned runs here in the top of the first inning. And it's a 2-0 lead for Watertown. Eschmeyer not in the tournament, they played Mitchell over the weekend. Won that game. It was a 5-1 win. Went 6 innings. Gave up 4 hits, struck out 4. I think he threw about 90 pitches, so he needed the extra rest. Gets the pop-up, left side of the infield. Wall drifts back, fighting the sun a bit. Comes up with the catch. But Watertown starts off the doubleheader with a couple of runs here in the top of the first inning. They score 2 on 2 hits, 2 errors, 2 left standing. And the Stars come to bat in the bottom of the first inning. That inning recap brought to you by Playmakers in the Uptown Rapid Mall. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime, and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. Tom Anderson back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth, 2-0 as we enter the bottom of the first inning on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Here are your Traders Markets offensive lineup for post 320. It'll be Noah Wald, the shortstop, to lead off. Tegan Sales Hitting number 2, Max Speed, Aiden Berg, Colton Milhoff in the 3, 4, 5 spots, followed by Lockhart, the designated hitter tonight, Cooper Kimball, Adam Jensen, and Ben Hassett. Defensively for Watertown in the outfield will be Cole Hansen in left, Marcus Pitkin in center, Jackson Fallick in right field. The infield, Kai Paulston at third, Carter Bisker the shortstop, Kane Everson at second base, Sam Olson the first baseman. Hunter Halligan on the mound, Jonathan Lake behind the plate. Halligan, the only loss that they suffered in that Creighton Prep game, had to go against a shutout pitcher. Team only had 5 hits. Halligan's first pitch fouled off. Halligan's line score, 4 1/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, walked 8, and struck out 2. The lanky lefty ahead in the count to Noah Wald. 0-1. Wald fouls the second pitch off as well. Wald moved into the leadoff spot this past weekend against Mitchell as they shuffled the lineup a little bit. Dropped Aiden Bird to number 4, Max Speed to 3. This one fouled over to the Watertown dugout, and that woke up some purple jerseys over there. Wald hitting at a 344 clip, walked 19 times, on base percentage of 471. If he gets on, he has speed. He's stolen 6 so far this year. That pitch down in the dirt inside, 1-2. Wald, Sales, and Speed. The top 5 hitters for post 320 have just been scorching the ball, but Beckreichen for Yankton threw across his body from the right-hand side and just gave them fits all night long. 2-2 is the count on Wald, trying to get a spark going for post 320, trailing 2-0 in their home half of the first. Halligan, that is a swing and a miss. Wald is going to get to first on the pass ball. So Noah Wald stands on first, and the Stars get a break. Defensively, Yankton played outstanding defense on Wednesday, turning a couple of double plays, making some outstanding plays in the outfield. So there are no freebies for 320 on Wednesday. They get one here. Wald stands at first base. And Tegan Sales, 408 average on the season. Corkscrews that bat back behind his head, throw to first. Wald dives back plenty of time. With the lefty sitting on the mound, Wald a little more cognizant maybe of his lead. He's about halfway to the cutout of the infield. So a marginal lead. Delivery, Sales fouls it back. The Stars still trying to time Halligan a little bit. They've fouled some pitches away. Wald on the strikeout, went to first on the pass ball. Halligan delivers, and that one is down and in, 1-1. Sales, I think, has won our Paisanos Player of the Game 3 times. Picked up back-to-back ones in one of the early doubleheaders this year. Wald, another step on his lead over at first. Halligan takes another look that way, and timeout is granted. Sales, 12 doubles on the year. That's second on the team. He has 3 triples. That is second on the team as well. Put one over the fence a couple of times. That's 39 RBIs. This one right to the shortstop, 6-4, and no, the throw to first off the mark. I don't know whether they get Sales. It was a little bit of a slow hopper to the shortstop, but they get the one at second on the 6-4 fielder's choice. Max Speed will step up. He had a perfect night in the doubleheader win over Pierre. I think it was 5 for 8 against Mitchell. Had 3 home runs in those 2 sets. He is sitting at 11 home runs on the year, raised his average from 313 to over 380. Went 0 for 2 against Riken on Wednesday. Had a sacrifice fly. This one, shot to right field. The second baseman is playing way towards second. Speed takes advantage. Goes with the pitch, drives a single, first and second. And Aiden Bird .441 average, leads the team. Second on the team in homers with 4, leads the team in triples with 6. He also has 5 doubles, has driven in 32. Has an opportunity here with speed on the bases. Something in the gap could tie this game up. 2-0 lead for post 17 from Watertown here in the bottom of the first inning on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Bird swinging from the left side against the lefty Halligan. Big hole between second and first. That'll be a strike on the outside corner to Bird. Outfield, center fielder actually shading Bird towards left. The right fielder maybe shading a little bit towards center. Bird does go the opposite way quite often. I'm sure they've studied that spray chart. Halligan delivers outside and high. Ball 1. 1-1. As they work Bird to the outside. If Bird can pull one through the hole, they should at least get one. Put it down the line, they get 2. And this one, going to be a bounce to the second baseman. Good range, 4-6. Not in time. So another fielder's choice goes the other way this time, 4-6. Sales advances to third. Speed eliminated at second base. So Bird went that way. But the slow hop allowed the second baseman, Everson, to cover some ground. Went to second to Bisker. First and third now with 2 outs. Colton Melhoff steps in. .370 on the season, has driven in 36. Leads the team in doubles with 14 after that double on Wednesday against Yankton. Second baseman playing way towards second. There's a huge hole between first and second. That one fouled back 0-1. They obviously have confidence in the range of Everson at second, as he is playing much closer to second than he is to the normal position at first. Throwback to first. Put Bird on the ground on the dive back. Milhoff will step back in, hitting from the right side. Back foot right on the back line of the batter's box, straight up stance. And Milhoff looks at that one. Must have been low. 1-1. Milhoff will step back in. Stars started the game against Yankton with a couple of singles, got just 1 run out of it. They're trying to get at least a run here with runners on base. That'll be the shortstop. Handcuffs him. He'll take it himself to second. So 3 ground outs to the middle of the infield. And that does it for the Stars in the bottom of the first. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. That was on the pass ball on the strikeout. And 2 left aboard. 2-0 lead at the end of the first inning on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. That inning recap brought to you by Playmakers. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Back in Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth, we have played 1 inning of our doubleheader here tonight. 2-0 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard for Watertown post 17. They will send up the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. It's brought to you by Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. Trip Jorgensen, the designated hitter. Jackson Fallick, and then Cole Hansen back at the top of the order. Eschmeyer working in trouble that first inning, looking for a little better look this time around. buries that one in the dirt in front of the plate. 1 ball and a strike. Eschmeyer put another one in the dirt in front of the plate. 2-0. 2-0 delivery. That one is outside and low. Eschmeyer struggling here to start the second. After battling through the first, gave up a couple of unearned runs. Three and 0. Misses high. It's almost like Eschmeyer just threw a batting practice pitch up there trying to get the strike. The 4 straight balls puts the number 8 hitter aboard, Jorgensen Jackson Fallick. Dangerous number 9 hitter. I saw his name show up a couple of times. He had a triple in the win over Bryant, knocked in 3 runs. Throw over to first, just back. 320 pitchers, for the most part, all have great moves to first. Eschmeyer is probably the best. This one hopper. They'll go to third. That's a low throw, and that's going to be another error for the Stars. Lockhart was set up perfectly. A nice high hop, and his throw was too low. Couldn't be handled at second by Jansen. The third error of the game here for the Stars. Nobody out, first and second. Cole Hansen nubbed one between the pitcher's mound and first base. Speed had to flip it to Eschmeyer. They just beat Hansen to the bag. Very wide open stance from the left side of the plate. Bat just above his shoulder, wagging just a bit here. Eschmeyer turned to bunt. Beautifully laid down, and it will roll foul. That stayed fair. Nobody was home. Lockhart retreated to the bag, and Eschmeyer had no chance of getting that ball and making a play anywhere. I think a little advice to Lockhart from the dugout telling him that was your play all the way. You're not going to get the force at third. You have to make the play. So Hansen showed his hand. We'll see if the bunt stays on. 0-1. Nicely done, but it rolled foul down the line. Needed to get it on the grass, and he turns again. This time he puts it down perfectly. They'll go to third. They'll make the play at third. Eschmeyer heads up play. So he didn't get the bunt far enough down the third baseline. Eschmeyer, quick off the mound on the fielder's choice, goes 1-5. So Eschmeyer involved with a couple of plays off the mound here in the first 2 innings. So Fallick moves to second. Hansen stands at first. Everson had the only... I'm sorry, there were 2 hits in that first inning. He had the first hit of the game. Pickoff attempt moved all the way to third on the error. Eschmeyer delivers, misses high and away, ball 1. So 1 out, the number 2 hitter at the plate. Eschmeyer takes a look at second, and a little bit of a funny move. He just kind of hesitated on his kick and then turned. Perfectly legal play, but there were fans from Watertown hollering for the balk. Watertown had a very vocal group of fans, the few that are here. And their come from behind win against the Shooters in the game prior to this. That one catches the inside black. 1-1 with 1 out here in the top of the second, and Watertown leading it 2-0 over the 320 Stars. Doubleheader tonight. Stars have a doubleheader tomorrow against a very strong Renner team. Eschmeyer sets, looks at second, and delivers. That one misses high, 2-1. Eschmeyer into the top of the second inning has thrown 30 pitches already. Seems like in most of his games he goes deep in the game, but he's always around that 90 pitch mark. This one drilled to left, And that will score a run. Well, let's see it play at the plate. No, they'll cut it. Keep the runners at first and second, but another timely base hit for Watertown. Scores Fallick from second. 3 runs in, all of those runs unearned.
The hit brings up Carter Bisker.
Bisker, who flew out to left field for the second out in the first inning. Step to the plate. Wind starting to pick up a little bit coming into the broadcast booth. Trying to eliminate that wind just a little bit. Bisker, 2-2 in the count. Hansen on second, Everson on first. He's reached a couple of times on base hits. Scored a run, driven in a run now. Bisker, the number 3 hitter. Opens up that stance. Eschmeyer misses outside. The ball gets away from Sales, and that'll advance the runners to second and third. So the defense continues to struggle here the first couple of innings for post 320. A double play out of the books now. Counted 1-1 on Bisker. I thought I blacked out and missed some pitches. I didn't think he was that deep in the count prior. This one popped straight up and back out of play, 1-2. Cleanup hitter Marcus Pitkin on deck. Eschmeyer 1-2, looking for his first K of the game. Be a good spot for it here, and he gets it. Bisker waves in an off-speed pitch, and Eschmeyer puts the K in the book at the exact right time. 2 out now. Pitkin, runners at second and third. 1 run here in the second. They scored 2 in the first. They lead at 3-0 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Eschmeyer will work out of the full windup. Not a lot of difference between his stretch and his full. That one high and tight, ball 1. Pitkin reached on an error on the third baseman in the first inning and came around to score. That pitch down and in, 2 balls and a strike. Not missing by much on that pitch by Eschmeyer. 2-0 delivery. That one is popped back out of play, 2-1. Three runs in on 3 hits and 3 Stars errors, plus a wild pitch pass ball. That one just misses high and away, 3-1. Pitkin gave motion to it, but held off. He'll be looking for a pitch to drive with runners at second and third and 2 outs. This one's in the infield. Eschmeyer plays center field, takes it easily. And out of another tough inning, after an inning and a half, Watertown leads at 3-0. They score 1 run in the second inning on 1 hit, an error, and 2 left aboard. We will come back with the bottom of the second, looking for the Stars to answer as we continue from the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth here at Pete Lee. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches. And don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. From the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth, here we go into the bottom of the second. Here's your Traders Market batting order for the Stars. Be Anders Lockhart, Cooper Kimball, and Adam Jansen. 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Ben Hassett, the number 9 hitter. Be the fourth one up if the Stars can get something rolling here. They trail it 3-0 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. All 3 runs are unearned. As a .320 defense, they struggled a bit on Wednesday against Yankton. That's carried over here on a very hot afternoon. 88-degree game time temp. It's supposed to be another hot one tomorrow as well. Halligan on the mound, swing by Lockhart. It'll roll slowly to the second baseman, and Everson goes to first. All 4 outs in the game. Middle of the infield. There's a force 6-4. There's a force 4-6, and then a ground out to the shortstop. He just went over and tapped second base to end the inning. Now this one tapped to the second baseman, Everson. Cooper Kimball, the designated hitter. Right-hander, been getting some playing time here as of late. Drives one into shallow center field, and there for the play is Pitkin. The first non-ground ball out of the game. Adam Jensen with 2 outs. Looking to give the .320 Stars a spark here in the bottom of the second inning. Jansen, 61 at-bats on the year, hitting .328. A couple of doubles and a triple. A little bit of a modified corkscrew batting stance. That ball goes high. Not quite as extreme as what we see from Sales. Back foot buried all the way on the back line of the batter's box. Halligan delivers high and tight. Strike 1. Jansen and Hassett. Bottom of the order at 8 and 9. Hassett hoping for an opportunity to get to the plate here in the bottom of the second. If Jansen can get aboard. Count 3-0. And that'll be ball 4. Just missed outside. Halligan walked 8 in his loss in the tournament in 4 1/3 innings. His first free pass issued here today. And Ben Hassett will come to the plate, hitting from the left side against the lefty Halligan. Hassett averages dipped just below 300 now at 298. He went 0 for 3. That one to second. They will go the short way to first, 4-3. And another ground ball out. 5 of the 6 ground ball outs to the middle infielders for Watertown, and after 2, they lead it by a score of 3-0. No runs, no hits, 1 left aboard on that walk. Playmakers recap at the bottom of the second inning. Shows Watertown with a 3-0 lead as we come back to the top of the third. This is post .320 baseball from Pete. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Top of the third inning from Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. 3-0 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Watertown will take that lead here into the top of the third inning. The Traders Market batting order will be the number 5 hitter Sam Olson, followed by Jonathan Lake and Kai Paulson. Olson hit by a pitch his first time up. Left-handed hitting first baseman. Steps in as Eschmeyer trying to find a groove here. Gets a swinging strike one to get things started in the top of the third inning. Eschmeyer, a couple of hits in the first inning, a hit in the second inning, but 3 errors and 3 runs in. This one fouled back 0-2. Eschmeyer in his start over the weekend against Mitchell went 6 innings, struck out 4, walked 4. That pitch misses way outside as he picked up his 7th win of the year against no losses. But down here in the top of the third, 3-0. 1-2. Eschmeyer working the outside. Sales tried to drag it back in, 2-2. Now we are full as that one misses high and inside. This one, short fly ball center field. Bird will hustle in, make the play, 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Jonathan Lake singled and knocked in a run his first time up. Got stranded at first. It was a 2-out single. Lake, the number 6 hitter, the catcher. Slightly open stance, hands held just below his ears. Eschmeyer misses on the first delivery. Ball and a strike, or ball, no strikes. That pitch misses down, 2 balls, no strikes. 13-8 on the season for Watertown against Legion teams. 28-16 counting their high school schedule, which they include on their game changers. That ball misses high as Eschmeyer. Looked like he'd found his groove a little bit against Olson. But he's down in the count here, 3-0. Eschmeyer grooves it down the middle, strike 1 as Lake taking the entire way. The wind has shifted a little bit, kind of blowing a little bit to center field. Pop up, Bird hustling in, but it's going to be taken by Jansen at second base. So pop out to the second baseman, 2 up, 2 down.
Pop out to Jansen brings up Kai Paulson.
Paulson ended the first inning on a pop out to shortstop. Eschmeyer, despite the struggles against Lake, induces the pop out. Paulson stands straight up, bat wrapped a little bit behind his head, and looks at a breaking pitch outside, strike 1. And a breaking pitch, strike 2, as Paulson swings through it. Eschmeyer got a strikeout in the second inning in an opportune spot. Would love to end the inning here, maybe with a K, and that is going to be a called strike 3. Another breaking pitch and put a 0 up on the board for Watertown. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second, nothing here in the top of the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. That is a clean inning for Eschmeyer. Inning recap brought to you by Playmakers, sports cards, memorabilia, and gaming located in Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Stars trying to put an offense together. They got 0s up on the board as we enter the bottom of the third inning here from Pete Lean Field. This is Stars 320. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. As we enter the bottom of the third inning, here is your Traders Market batting order for post 320. They'll go back to the top. Noah Wald to lead it off. Sales and Speed. Batting orders and lineups brought to you by Traders Market. Open Fridays and Saturdays 10 to 5, Sundays 10 to 4. More than 4 dozen vendors. You're sure to find something that you're looking for at Traders Market. Wald struck out in the first, but the ball got away from the catcher. He ended up at first base and was forced out at second. Leans away from an inside pitch, ball 1. Wald a .344 average, 5 doubles and a triple. Swings and fouls out one away, 1-1. Halligan's given up 1 hit. He's walked 1. Misses high and away there, ball 2. In the bottom of the third, it's thrown just 25 pitches, including the throws here to Wald. That pitch just misses inside and down, 3-1. And Halligan in 4 1/3 innings in the loss in the Creighton Prep tournament, walked 8. Wald takes a look at a pitch way outside. And the leadoff hitter is aboard with the walk. Tegan Sales grounded into a 4-6-4. Beat the throw to first on the attempted double play. Brings a .408 average into the game tonight. He usually catches the first half of the doubleheaders. He's behind the plate tonight here in game number 1. Good lead at first by Wald. Sales looks at the pitch just outside, ball 1. Sales doesn't let many at-bats go to waste. He's walked just 16 times, struck out just 6 times on the season. Drives this one right to the second baseman and hops over his shoulder. Wald's going to round second, dig in for third. Right fielder has to come in all the way. And another bad hop off this hard infield. They were dragging it earlier and the dust was flying. They watered it down some to settle the dust, but seen a couple of what looked like pretty good playable ground balls that took a bad hop at the last moment. So first and third on the second baseman's error, the first error of the game for Watertown. And Max Speed singled, was erased on a fielder's choice in the first inning. The Stars RBI leader, home run leader. That pitch misses down and in, ball 1. Here in the second game of that doubleheader just waved Speed to first twice on intentional walks. One of the reasons perhaps that they moved Speed to the number 3 spot. Put Bird, their leading hitter, behind him. That pitch misses outside, 2-0. So while they may not intentionally walk him here, they're not going to really give him much to look at. Although it's hard to tell with Halligan. He has been a little wild here in the bottom of the third inning. This breaking pitch misses outside, 3-0. .441 average. Aiden Bird standing on deck. Nobody gone here. Bottom of the third. Stars trying to get a rally going. Throw to first. Back standing up is Sales. Sales, the team leader in stolen bases with 10. See if Halligan tries to come anywhere near the strike zone here on a 3-0. That's going to miss high and away. an intentional walk issued to Speed. That's going to load him up for Bird. He's knocked in 32 runs on the year, 5 doubles, 6 triples, and 4 home runs. We have a little conference on the mound. We'll take a quick break and be back with more post 320 baseball. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. So the conversation concluded at the mound. Bases full of red Stars jerseys. Bird grounded out 4-6, one of 2 fielder's choice outs in that first inning. Bird with a rare offer on Wednesday went 0 for 3. Infield in at the corners. That pitch catches the outside black, strike 1. So play at the plate from the corners. They'll play for the double play at second and short. Halligan. This one fouled off to the left side by Bird. So both middle infielders squeezing the bag at second. Right fielder playing very shallow in right straightaway. Bird rung up on a pitch that was a seam on the black, if anything. So Bird with the strikeout sits down. Colton Melhoff will come up with 1 out and the bases loaded. And the Stars trailing here 3-0 in the bottom of the third inning on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Bird went back to the dugout shaking his head on that one. Halligan delivers and fouled off to the right side by Melhoff. Gave him chase. No, it's not fouled. It drops in. And the play at the plate, no. So everybody had to hold up. Thought that was fouled outside the line. Nobody else was really moving. The right fielder was digging for it. So a run in for the Stars. They trail it now 3-1 on the RBI single by Melhoff. Anders Lockhart started the second with a ground out to second. Takes the pitch high and away, strike 1. Lockhart, a .317 hitter. Driven in just 9, looking to get into double digits here with 1 out in the bottom of the third. Drives it to left field. Left fielder Hansen goes back, makes the catch, and that will score Sales from third. Runners at first and second hold on the sacrifice fly. 2 runs in.
Sacrifice fly.
And both those runs probably are going to be looked at as unearned. Definitely the one by Sales. He reached on an error. Wald scored after walking. Advanced on the error that boarded Sales. That pitch misses down. A ball and a strike now to the designated hitter, Cooper Kimball. Not really sure what his season stats are. They have him listed in the game changer under number 16 and number 20. Both sets of numbers look good, just don't know what his total numbers are. That one on the outside, strike 1, 1-1. So I have him very unofficially hitting .400 coming into tonight's game. Swing, and that one, the catcher took that one 1-2. Lake comes up, shakes it off. 1-2, 2 outs, bottom of the third, and the Stars have clawed back in a couple of runs here on a walk and error. So 2 runs on just the 1 hit. A couple of walks and error and a sacrifice fly have done the job. Watertown on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard up by a run here, 3-2. That pitch just misses. 2-2. Deuce is Wild on the board. Number 20 at bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 2 runs in. Kimball flew out to center field. First time up. Looks at a ball outside. The runners will be kicking up dust here. 3-2, 2 outs. Speed at second. He can motor. Milhoff at first. And Halligan will step off. 3-2 on the board. Balls and strikes, 3-2 on the scoreboard. Shot right to the third baseman. Kimball tags it, but right to Paulson, who gloves it to end the inning. 2 runs across for the Stars in the inning. They do that with just 1 hit and an error. 2 left aboard at the end of 3 complete innings of play. It's a 3-2 lead for Watertown. 3 runs, 3 hits, and an error. 2 runs, 2 hits, and 3 errors for the Stars. The inning recap brought to you by our good friends at Playmakers in the Rushmore Mall. No, it used to be the Rushmore Mall, Uptown Mall. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at mikesautosales.rc.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in
Leading off the air is Trip Jorgensen.
our Traders Market batting order for you here in the top of the 4th inning. Trip Jorgensen, the designated hitter. Jackson Fallick, number 9 hitter in right field. And back to the top of the order for Cole Hansen will be his 3rd plate appearance of the game. 3-2 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Post 17 from Watertown with the lead here in the first game of our doubleheader from Pete Lean Field. Wind continues to blow in from right, from center across to left. Eschmeyer. Ball and a strike. Took a little something off that, missed high. Eschmeyer at 56 pitches now as we enter the top of the 4th inning. That one is lined by Eschmeyer and bounces by the second baseman, Jansen. So Jorgensen aboard for the second time this game after he walked his first time up. Jackson Fallick scored after reaching on an error back in the 2nd inning. So after Eschmeyer put together a clean 1-2-3 inning last inning, gives up a leadoff single here in the top of the 4th. Throw to first. Diving back is Jorgensen. Short lead, they turn, they bunt. Right back to the pitcher, Eschmeyer, who fields his position for the 3rd time this game. Throws to first on the sacrifice by Fallick. 1-3 moves Jorgensen to second base. Back to the top of the order will be the left fielder, Cole Hansen. Grounded out on a play between the pitcher's mound and first base. Speed flipping to Eschmeyer. Then reached on a fielder's choice as he tried to bunt. And Eschmeyer again made the defensive play as he went to third base to force the runner there. Hansen fouls it off to the left side, 0-1. So one out, runner at second here in the top of the fourth, with Watertown holding on to a one-run lead after the two put up by the Stars in the bottom of the third. 2 runs in the first for Watertown, 1 in the second. Goose egg up there in the third. Eschmeyer trying to duplicate that here. That pitch way inside as Hansen shuffles away. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Eschmeyer, a long look in to Sales, and now he delivers. That one fouled away again to the left side. 1-2. See how Eschmeyer works Hansen here. Out of the stretch with the runner at second, Jorgensen. Eschmeyer works him outside, rings him up. Beautiful pitch by Eschmeyer on the 1-2 count. He's got 3 strikeouts now in the game. The last 2 have been on called third strikes. Big one there. That puts 2 outs up on the board, but Kane Everson 2 for 2 in the game. Scored a run, knocked in a run. Second baseman looking for the opportunity to put run number 4 up there for Watertown. Eschmeyer trying to leave it with a 0. Breaking pitch catches the outside for strike 1. Just 4 hits in the game so far for Watertown, with the 3 errors on post 320. And that breaking pitch catches the inside. So he's worked outside, worked inside, 0-2. See where he tries to bury this pitch on the 0-2 count. See if we can get Everson to chase one out of the zone. We're going to have a timeout taken before that pitch comes. Be another hot one tomorrow, as Renner will be here for a doubleheader. That pitch way outside. 1-2. I will not be here tomorrow for the Renner doubleheader. I think they'll probably just have the mic open with the PA announcer. I'll be at O'Hara Stadium as the Rapid City War Eagles conclude their home schedule for the year. Be into that hot press box somewhere around 2:30 tomorrow getting prepped. One and two. Pitch fouled away to the right side. I want to thank our webcast sponsors for stepping up to support not only 320 baseball, but also the Rapid City War Eagles. 1-2. With 2 outs, breaking pitch right back up the middle. Eschmeyer not able to field that one. They will throw it, and they'll be cut off, and they'll play at the plate. A 2-out RBI single. Everson is 3 for 3 with a couple of ribbies here tonight. And it's a 4-2 lead for Watertown. They get back one of the 2 the Stars scored in the bottom of the third on a wicked shot right back up the middle. Eschmeyer caught a line drive off his glove earlier. That actually might have been from Everson as well. Carter Bisker to the plate, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Everson, medium lead at first. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Watertown ran a lot in that tournament over the weekend. See if they get something moving here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Their number 3 hitter at the plate, Bisker. This one is shot between the third base and second base hole, or shortstop hole. Neither Wald nor Lockhart could get to it, first and second. So a couple of sharply hit ground balls with 2 outs. Plated 1 run. The runner's sitting at second or first and second with 2 out. Top of the 4th. Marcus Pitkin, their cleanup hitter, reached on an error and scored in the first. Popped out to Eschmeyer to end the second inning. Eschmeyer looked like he was going to get out of the inning. This one is bounced, and that just gets by Jansen into right field. The throw to the plate, and there's not going to be a play there. Runner goes to third on the throw home. So Everson scores, Bisker to third, Pitkin with the RBI single, and Watertown just got back both runs the Stars put up in the bottom of the third, and their lead back to 3 now, 5-2 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Another ground ball single. Sharply hit, and the Stars just out of reach on that one for Jansen. Sam Olson hit by pitch and a fly out to center. Has an opportunity here with runners at first and third. Hitting from the left side, throw to first. Diving back easily is Pitkin. Eschmeyer delivers, that goes back to the fence. And that's going to score a run and runner to second. Saw a 3-run score on Wednesday with Yankton on wild pitch pass balls, and we have one here in the top of the fourth. That's 3 runs across now. Watertown in the top of the fourth, doubling up their run total for the game to 6. And their lead at the biggest margin now at 6-2 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Runner at second. 2 outs. This one fouled back to the fence, 1-1. Eschmeyer now at 72 pitches. Short lead at second. Eschmeyer delivers and swing a little bit late by Olson, 1-2. That breaking pitch high and away. Sale slides across to keep it from going to the fence. 2-2, 2 outs. Here in the top of the fourth inning. Olson rests the bat on the shoulder. Now he's ready. Open stance, left side. Eschmeyer with the delivery, and that is a 2-hopper. Actually on a short little hop on the third. Makes the play. Does Jansen to first, but 3 runs in here in the top of the fourth inning for Watertown. They do that on 4 hits. Last run courtesy of a pass ball, and they lead it at the end of 3.5 by a score of 6-2. That inning recap brought to you by our friends at Playmakers, back with the bottom of the fourth inning as we continue from Pete Lean Field with Post 320 base. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Paisanos Pachillas, pizza and more, tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Join us at the end of all of our broadcasts here of 320 Baseball for the Paisanos Player of the Game. Our Player of the Game on Wednesday, coming in relief, doing a good job, was Beck Leidy. Stars looking for a hero to step up here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Traders Market batting order will be Adam Jansen, Ben Hass at the 8 and 9 hitters, and then Noah Wald back at the top of the order. 320 trailing it now by 4, 6-2 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Halligan will stay on the mound here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Stars looked like they had him on the ropes a little bit last inning, but he got out of the jam. And that pitch High and away, called strike one. Bird with the bases loaded got called out on strikes, and that kind of took a little steam out of 320. Melhoff had a single, Lockhart with a sacrifice fly. That drove in the 2 runs. Then Kimball, on a very sharply hit liner to third, was retired. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Jansen sits down for Halligan, counting the strikeout to Wald in the first inning when he reached on the pass ball, sitting with 3 strikeouts now. Ben Hassett grounded out 4-3. We are in the bottom of the 4th, just his second plate appearance. Stars right now in a little bit of a mini slump. Beck Reichen really put it to him on Wednesday after they had swept Mitchell in a doubleheader last Saturday. Split with Pierre, but their offense was cooking. Hassett takes the ball outside, 1-1. Through 3 innings, they have just 2 hits up on the board. They had just 5 hits against Reichen on Wednesday. This one popped up. Halligan is going to take it off the mound and makes the play. So a strikeout and a pop out to the pitcher, too quickly up and down. Noah Wald reached on that pass ball after he struck out in the first, walked and scored a run in the 3rd inning. The only numbers up on the board other than zeros for 320 coming in that last inning when they put up 2 runs. They trail at 6-2 now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Wald, 344 entering tonight's game. That pitch misses outside on the breaking ball. Moved into the leadoff spot last weekend against Mitchell. Fouls this one off to the right side. Went 0 for 3 the first game. He came back and went 2 for 5 and scored a couple of runs in the second contest of that doubleheader. That ball misses, rolls back to the fence, 2-1. Wald trying to get a 2-out rally started here in the bottom of the 4th inning, trailing by 4 runs, 6-2. Halligan ties him up on the inside, down the right field line, and the first baseman will take it in foul territory to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, the first clean inning for Halligan. And at the end of 4 innings, the 6-2 lead for Watertown. 6 runs, 7 hits, an error, 2 runs, 3 hits, and 3 errors for Post 320. That line score and inning recap brought to you by Playmakers. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Bottom of the 4th inning, Tom Anderson with you. Top of the 5th inning. Lost an inning there. From Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth, Eschmeyer back out to the mound here for the top of the 5th. Eschmeyer is a workhorse and a battler. 9 games, he's pitched 43 innings, so he's averaged nearly 5 innings an outing. I think most of the games that I've seen him play, he's pitched 5-6 innings, and he's been near that 90 pitch count. He is sitting at 76 pitches here as we enter the top of the 5th inning. In Traders Market batting lineup, Jonathan Lake will get things started for Watertown, followed by Kai Paulson and Tripp Jorgensen. Stars got back to within one after 3 innings, 3-2, but 3 runs put up in the top of the 4th by Watertown. Their lead is at 6-2 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Speed mirrors the play that closed the last inning when Wald popped out to the first baseman. Paulson 0 for 2 here this evening. Popped out to short, got called out on strikes. Kane Everson has done the damage for Watertown, going 3 for 3, scored twice, knocked in a couple of runs. Eschmeyer starts Paulson out with a strike. That pitch back to the backstop, 1-1. So 9 starts for Eschmeyer. This is start number 10, 7-0 on the year. This one lifted into left center. Hassett and Bird both there. It'll be Bird taking command, as the center fielder should. 2 away. Eschmeyer looking for a short inning this inning, entering up with 75 pitches. It seems like most of the year so far this year it's been the Eschmeyer-Hassett tag team duo. So Trip Jorgensen, 1 for 1. He's walked, singled, scored a run. He's up with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Jackson Fallick, the number 9 hitter, on deck, swing and a miss, 1-1. Eschmeyer quickly delivers and misses just low. Sales held that pitch there. He thought it was a pretty good look, but it's 2-1. Jorgensen takes a look at the strike outside and high. A lot of deuces up there. Number 4 at bat, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and that one just misses. Jorgensen flinched at it. No black on that one. Full count. And that's going to be a 2-hopper by the bag. That's going to be a double down the line with the 2-2 count, and Jorgensen works it back to full, then shoots a grounder by the third baseman, Lockhart. Another 2-out hit. Jorgensen now 2 for 2. Jackson Fallick laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time up. First time up, reached on an error and scored. One of 3 errors in the game by the Stars. Those first 3 runs all unearned. With the 3 runs in the 4th, came via 4 hits. One of them scored on a pass ball wild pitch. 1-0 the count to Fallick. And that pitch gets under the legs of Sales. He can't find it, but the runner at second, Jorgensen held. Ball didn't get that far away from Sales, but he couldn't find it as it rolled between his legs and behind the umpire. So a break there for the Stars as Jorgensen holds at second. 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, and Watertown up 6-2. Eschmeyer trying to keep them at a 0 count here in the top of the 5th. Gets called strike 1, 2-1. That pitch gets away from Sales. This time Jorgensen will advance. There's a couple of balls that have gotten by Sales via wild pitch or pass ball. However, they end up scoring those. Seems like they lump them all under wild pitches now out of the full windup. Eschmeyer, a strike on the upper part of the strike zone. 3-2. With a runner on third, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Eschmeyer looking to retire the side, leaves the ball high. He goes to 3-2. He got 2 quick outs. Looked like he might get out of the inning with a limited number of pitches. He entered the inning right around 75 pitches. He is now up to 92. At 105, you are done. You can finish the batter that you are working on. Coach Mike Jansen would love to see Eschmeyer close out the inning here. We'll see if he brings in Hassett or if he goes a different direction, coming back to the top of the sixth. And the ball gets away on the pickoff attempt at first. So another unearned run on an error. That's the second pickoff attempt at first that has gone awry. And the inning continues to fall apart here for post 320. They had a 0 possibly on the board, but now a run in and a runner in scoring position for Hansen, the leadoff hitter. This is down. There's a ball. Stars just need to take a breath and get a little refocus. Even the throw back to the pitcher's mound on that last toss back by Sales, one hopped. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Hansen 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice. Eschmeyer just misses the low and inside, 2-1. Fallick standing on second after he reached on a walk. There's a line shot, one hop by Jansen over to first and pulls speed off the bag, and the runner scores from third. Heads up play by Fallick on another error by the Stars. Jansen one hop the line drive, but his throw to first, he had plenty of time. Drew speed off the bag. Even with the speed of Hansen, he had time. And Fallick, who was running on contact, rounded third once the ball got away. And Speed tried to reach back and tag the runner, hustled in, dived in head first, and 2 runs in here in the top of the 5th inning. Now an 8-2 lead for Watertown in the first game of 2 to be played here tonight at Pete Lean Field. That pitch misses down, ball 1. On the run. Not in time. Hansen, who had 5 stolen bases in the Creighton Prep tournament, gets the first stolen bag here of the night. Now he stands in scoring position with 2 outs. Everson, 3 for 3 on the game. A couple of RBIs. Scored a couple of runs. Called strike on the inside, 1-2. Eschmeyer at 99 pitches. I don't know that he's broken 100 this year. I know he's come close. That one, swing. Good hands by the first base coach down there for Watertown. So 2 quick outs here in this inning. 2-out double, a walk, and an error. They plated 2. That one just misses down, 2-2. Good pitch by Eschmeyer. Everson holds off on it. Trying to keep his perfect night going. Eschmeyer trying to close out what has become a little bit of a mini disaster here in the 5th inning. That one nubbed off the bat, fouled away. Eschmeyer really needs to retire Everson. He could go, depending on how many more pitches Everson fouls off. He's at 102. At 105, you can continue with the batter that you're facing. So Deuce is wild across the board. Number 6 at bat, so that's 3 times 2. And you got 3 twos running across. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs in here in the top of the 5th for Watertown. They lead at 8-2. That one gets away from Sales. Ball misses outside, 3-2. Runner to third. So Sales has had a couple of them where it hit him in the glove and then got away and rolled away, allowing the runner to advance. Full count, and that one misses outside. That one off the heel of the glove as well. So a walk to Everson keeps his perfect night alive. 3 for 3 on base all 4 times. And that is going to bring a pitching change. It looks like Eschmeyer at 105 pitches cannot start this next batter. So he is out. We take a break here. We'll come back with the Traders Market pitching change when we return to Pete Lean Field here with Post 320 Baseball. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Back to the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. The pitching change for Post 320 as Eschmeyer hit his 105 pitch count before he started the next hitter, Busker, after he walked Everson. It will be Koffler coming in out of the bullpen. For Jaden Koffler, this will be his 5th appearance of the year. In 4 appearances, he's pitched 4 innings, given up 8 hits, 8 runs, 6 of those earned. He's walked 5, has not struck 1 out. They're hitting .444 against him. Coach Jansen normally going with Hassett, but trailing 8-2. Saves his star reliever for another day. So Eschmeyer out, and Koffler, the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Traders Market. So Eschmeyer goes 4 2/3. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th inning, then a double, a walk, an error, and a walk. And that puts Eschmeyer to the bench and finishes his night. He gives up 8 runs. That might be the most runs he's given up this year. And I believe he's got 2 runners on base, so he can't close out his runs. I think of those 8, only 3 of those runs are earned. So Koffler in the game with runners at 1st and 3rd. And the number 3 hitter, Carter Bisker, at the plate. That pitch misses inside, ball 1. Koffler, right-hander. Everson at 1st, Hansen at 3rd. That pitch fouled back. Evens count 1-1. Hansen, after reaching on the throwing error by Jansen, stole 2nd. Advanced to 3rd on the wild pitch. Everson with the walk. Stands at 1st. 8-2 lead, Watertown, top of the 5th. Everson on the way. This one off the fists into short left field. Hassett under it. Hassett makes the play, and that closes out a very disappointing 5th inning for the Stars. After the 2 quick outs, they give up 2 runs on just 1 hit. A couple of errors, a couple of walks, 2 left aboard at the end of 4.5. It is now an 8-2 lead for Watertown. Inning recap brought to you by our friends at Playmakers, sports card memorabilia and gaming. Make sure you check out Playmakers online for all their latest inventory, their Facebook page for all their latest and most current events. Back with the bottom of the 5th inning with the Stars trailing 8-2 here at Pete Lean Field. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Our Traders Market batting lineup in the bottom of the fifth. Tegan Sales will lead it off and take the strike inside. It'll be Sales, Speed, and Bird. Sales 0 for 2. He's been on base twice, reached once on a fielder's choice, reached on an error, and scored. Takes a look at a strike high. He's down on the count 0 and 2. Halligan has worked through some trouble, had one clean inning. This one bounced up the middle, and that time neither of the middle infielders can get to it. They played a very solid game in the first couple of innings, accounting for basically all of the outs in the first 2 innings. Speed will come up. He singled and walked. The Sales aboard for the 3rd time. He's come around to score just the 1 time. 2 runs in. Both those came in the 3rd inning for post 320. Wald and Sales scored. They reached on a walk and an error. Speed got forced at second on a fielder's choice. First time up, got stranded at second. His last time to the plate. Speed with an open stance takes a look at a pitch way outside. On that walk, they didn't even come close to the strike zone with Speed, with runners at first and third. They didn't wave him down, but they let him take the walk down there. Good lead at first by Sales. Halligan delivers. Speed can't check his swing. 1-1. Offered at the pitch outside of the zone. Again, they're staying away from Speed, even with the biggest batting average on the team, Bird, hitting right behind him. That one just missed outside. 2-1. Speed was hitting .313 coming into the Pier series. Is now at .371. He was up over .380 for that Yankton game. This one he fouls off to the right side. Sales at first, 10 steals on the year. Speed awaits the 2-2 pitch. That goes through the wickets of Lake, and Sales goes down to second as the count goes full. And as I'm putting it in the book, Sales ends up at third. So I fell asleep the same way the Watertown team apparently fell asleep. Count is full, nobody out. Sales at third. Speed takes the pitch, fouls it off. Close enough to swing at. Again, they're staying away from Speed. With 11 home runs on the season, he's knocked in 47, both team leading numbers. Trailing 8-2, looking to bring Sales in from third, and we have a timeout. Speed will step back in. That back foot almost past the back line of the batter's box now, which gets erased by the end of the first inning. Halligan delivers. Speed bounces it up the middle. Be handled there on a little bit of a double clutch by Bisker, but he makes the throw to first, and Speed knocks in the run with the ground out. 8-3 now on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. With nobody aboard, Aiden Bird will come up. He's been in a little bit of a mini slump here. 0 for 3 on Wednesday, 0 for 2 tonight. He was 0 for 2 in the second game against Mitchell, went 2 for 3 in that first game. Got called out on strikes last time up with the bases loaded. This pitch misses way outside, ball 1. 1 run in, 1 out up on the board. Bottom of the 5th inning. This one fouled off to the left side. Bird has knocked everything to the opposite field here tonight on his foul balls. The left fielder continues to play him straight away. Center fielder just slightly to the left field side of second base. Right fielder playing very shallow. Bird fouls another one down the line. That wind blowing from center to left. And both those sharply struck foul. 1 and 2. Now the right fielder takes several steps towards center. The center fielder takes a lot of steps towards left. And Bird has a lot of room if he can pull it. It's going to be a clean 2-hopper. And the play is made at first base as Everson handles that one easily. Couple more infield outs. Halligan pounding the turf here tonight. First inning, all 3 outs by ground out. 2 of the 3 in the second inning. 1 in the third. Had a couple of pop outs last inning. 2 ground outs here. Milhoff at the plate. Swings through a high fastball away, 0-1. Grounded out to the shortstop on an unassisted putout at second in the first to end that inning. Drove in a run with a single his last time up. That was in the third. Stars during the Vets Classic, I think there were 6 innings in a row where they went through their batting order. They're having a hard time getting hitters to the plate here the last 2 games. 2-1 the count on Milhoff. Base is empty, 1 run in, 8-3 lead for Watertown, bottom of the 5. Fouled off to the right side, 2-2. 2s across the board. At bat 2, balls 2, strikes 2, outs 2. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Milhoff fouls it off to the right. We'll do it again. Lockhart on deck. Should Milhoff keep things rolling, or get things rolling rather, here in the bottom of the 5th. Two games tonight here, 2 tomorrow night here. Tomorrow night, Renner's in. Short fly ball, center field, and in to make the play is Pitkin. So after a leadoff single, 3 outs, 1 run in. The end of 5, it's 8-3 lead for Watertown. Playmakers bringing you those numbers through the end of 5, 8-3 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard here at Peatlee. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Top of the 6th inning for Watertown. Their Traders Market batting order will be their cleanup hitter, Marcus Pitkin. Sam Olson, the first baseman, and the number 6 hitter, Jonathan Lake. Pitkin, with a 2-out single, drove in a run in that 3-run 4th. He scored a run when he reached on an error his first time up. 1 for 3 tonight for the center fielder. Be a ground ball to shortstop and through. So we had pinch hitter, apparently, Lincoln Scott pinch hitting for Pitkin. So Scott with the single. He stands at first. Sam Olson, first baseman. With nobody out, runner on first, top of the 6th inning. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Koffler stays out on the mound for his first full inning of relief. Came in, got a fly out to left field to end the 5th inning when Eschmeyer had to exit because of the pitch count at 105. Ball and a strike to Olson. Scott at first. Got the single, pinch hitting for Pitkin. And that'll be a strike on the outside. Evens the count at 1-1. Oh for 2, got hit by a pitch his first time up, did Olson. Flew to center, grounded out 4-3 to end the 2-run 5th. Check that, the 3-run 4th. Pitch down in the zone, 2-1. Olson steps out, takes a huge cut, practice swing. Now he's back in the box against Koffler. Breaking pitch misses away. Just trying to finish up Eschmeyer's line here. We'll get that to you. Koffler on the delivery. The throw down to second is high and wide. That was ball 4. Olson advances. Scott, no stolen base. So for Eschmeyer, he went 4 2/3 innings, gave up 8 hits, 8 runs. I believe just 3 of those were earned. Walked 3. I believe he had 3 strikeouts as well. Jonathan Lake, the catcher. The runners at first and second. Corners are playing in, expecting a bunt here. They both creep in, they turn, the bunt is laid down, it will roll foul. Watertown 3 or 4 times here tonight have turned to give up the out. So Lake will step back in. Down in the count, 0-1. He's 1 for 3. Drove in a run in the first on a single. See if he'll turn and square. They're expecting the bunt, and he does. Fouls that one back, 0-2. Kind of looks at his coach and shrugs. Did a pretty good job of deadening the ball in that first bunt, but couldn't get it on the grass. And this dirt down the baselines on these bunts seems to be slanted towards the foul side. Had a couple of them go down the line that rolled foul. 0-2 the count. Nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. Watertown threatening with an 8-2 lead, 8-3 lead. Koffler checks second a couple of times, swinging away. The ball is popped up. It should be an infield fly. Shortstop makes the play regardless. And there's one retired. Paulson. 0 for 3 tonight. Made an outstanding stab on a line drive. Smoked his way by Cooper Kimball in that 2-run 3rd. With runners at first and second. That could have scored a couple of runs. This could have been a completely different ball game. Still just 1 out. Playing in at the corners. Runners at first and second. Paulson not turning to bunt. Misses outside, 1-0. Designated hitter Trip Jorgensen on deck. He is 2 for 2 tonight. So he and Everson have done some damage for Watertown. This one popped up in the air. That's going out to right field, and making the long, long run for it was Melhoff, showing the range that we've talked about so much this year for those outfielders. Jansen really only had to go back about 15 feet for it. Melhoff came about 30 yards. Makes the play, puts 2 outs up on the board, and Jorgensen 2 for 2 and a walk. He's scored twice, a single and a double. Koffler takes a look at the runner at second and delivers on the inside, strike 1. So Jaden Koffler on the mound, his 5th appearance of the year. This one is roped foul down the left field line. Koffler in the loss to Pierre came in out of the bullpen, did not retire a batter before he got lifted. Gave up 5 runs, 3 of them earned, trying to change that direction here. Got the 3rd out of the last inning. A single and a walk to lead off here in this inning, but a couple of pop outs, and that one misses. Sales does a good job of sliding outside to keep that in front of him. 1-2. 0-2, you want to miss out of the zone, just not that far out of the zone. Should be something that's close enough for them to have to maybe take a swing at to protect that 0-2 count. 1-2, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Here's the delivery by Koffler. Strikes him out on the curveball. That's what you're looking for with 2 strikes. That one caught the plate. Nobody in. That's a second 0 up on the board for Watertown, but still after 5.5. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left aboard, and they lead at 8-3 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. We're back with more Post 320 baseball from Pete Lean Field and the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Paisanos Pachillas, pizza and more, tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Let's take a look at the, they haven't posted yet to Game Changer. Scott pinch hit for Pitkin. Pitkin had been in center field. We'll let you know what the new defense looks like for Watertown as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Traders Market. Batting order will be Lockhart, Kimball, and Jansen as Halligan stays on the hill. 76 pitches for Halligan through 5. So Fallick will move to center, with Scott moving to right. Pitkin out. Hansen stays in left. Still Paulson, Bisker, Everson, and Rabine has actually come in to play first base now in place of Olson. Halligan misses with the first pitch, 1-0 the count here as we get ready to go. Bottom of 6th, that pitch on the inside part of the plate, 2-0. Watertown with an 8-3 lead, 6, 7, and 8. First 3 hitters here for Post 320. Swing through by Lockhart. The count is 2-1. Lockhart 0 for 1, drove in a run with a sacrifice fly, one of 2 runs that scored in the 3rd. 8 runs, 8 hits, and an error for Watertown, 3 runs, just 3 hits, and 5 errors committed by the Stars. This one lined out to right field, and that will go right to Scott for out number 1. Scott moving to right field. Fallick moves over to center. And Rabine at first base. Halligan
Now bat, Cooper Kimball.
facing Cooper Kimball for just the 3rd time here tonight in the bottom of the 6th inning. That pitch misses outside, ball 1. Kimball, a fly out to medium center field and drove a vicious line drive to the 3rd baseman. Paulson made the nab, and that ended that inning. 1-1 the count on Kimball. Unofficially coming in, hitting .400. That pitch misses way inside, 2-1. Stay with us at the end of the first game. We'll have the Soundbites Vintage post-game show. We'll also name our Paisanos player of the game. We'll take a break, reset everything, and come back with game number 2 of our doubleheader here tonight. Watertown with a good lead here in the bottom of the 6th at 8-3. The Stars offense sputtering. Swing through and a miss for Kimball. 0 for 3 on the night now. For Halligan, that is strikeout number 3 on the night. After kind of struggling through the first 3 innings, been in a little bit better control the last couple of innings. He walked 8 and 4 1/3 in his last start. That pitch on the inside, strike 1. Had a walk in the 2nd, a walk in the 3rd, and that's it. Just 2 walks tonight for Halligan. This one punched foul down the 3rd base line. 0-2 to Kimball. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Halligan just 1 clean inning here in the game. That was the 4th, and a swing and a miss. Strikes out the last 2 hitters, goes 1-2-3 for a 2nd clean inning of the night. 8 runs, 8 hits, and an error for Watertown. 3 runs, 3 hits, 5 errors for post 320. They get nothing in the bottom of the 6th. Playmakers in the Uptown Mall. Make sure you check with them for all of your collecting needs for sports, gaming, and everything else that you're looking for your collecting hobby. We'll be back from Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth, top of the 7th here, post 320 baseball. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at PlaymakersLLC.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Top of the 7th, the Traders Market batting order for Watertown. Be their number 9 hitter, Jackson Fallick. Then back to the top of the order, Cole Hansen and Kane Everson. 8 runs in for Watertown. They lead at 8-3 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. So a couple of outstanding pitching performances against 320 the last 2 games. Beck Reichen went the distance on Wednesday, gave up just 5 hits, struck out 7. And Hunter Halligan doing a job here tonight for Watertown. That is strike 1 as we still have. Thought for a moment we had a pitching change. 0-2. That is Koffler still on the mound. So Koffler in his second full inning of relief after relieving Eschmeyer when he hit his 105 pitch count. That one fouled back on the 0-2. We'll do it again. Fallick reached on an error and scored, laid down a sacrifice bunt, and walked and scored his last time up. 0 for 1 tonight. Leading off the bottom of the 7th, Traders Market lineup, Fallick, then back to the top, Hansen and Everson. That pitch just misses outside. You couldn't have asked for a better 0-2 pitch than that. Fallick either has an excellent eye or figured he had nothing he could do with it and was hoping for the best, and he got the best, got the ball called. That pitch misses outside. 2-2 now. Saw this a little bit on Wednesday night with the pitching staff. They would get up in the count and couldn't put the hitter away, and they ended up going deeper in the count. That pitch strikes him out. Beautiful little breaking pitch. Second strikeout of the night for Koffler. Got Jorgensen looking to end the last inning. Back to the top of the order now, the dangerous Cole Hansen. Reached on an error, stole the bases last time up. He is officially 0 for 4, though, on the night. Wide open stance from the left side. That pitch misses outside. Ball 1. Koffler holds the glove up high, takes that little step. Several of these Stars pitchers have very similar mini windups like that. Hold the glove high, just take that little baby step just in front of the mound. And the delivery. This is outside, 3-0. See if they unleash their leadoff hitter with a 3-0 count and an 8-3 lead here in the top of the 7th. That one is going to be high. And Hansen draws a 1-out walk. Everson 3 for 3 and a walk his last time up. Knocked in a couple of runs, he scored a couple of runs. Hansen, the only steal of the night so far. That was in his last time on base a couple of innings ago. Koffler takes a look, and he's off and running. And there's not much of a chance there. That ball sails into center field as it tailed away. Good hustle by Bird. Hansen holds up at second. His second steal of the night. He had 5 in the Creighton Prep tourney this past weekend. He didn't have a huge lead, but boy, he took a hop, a skip, and he was down to second in a heartbeat. And sails. Second time he's thrown down to second where that ball sailed to the second base side. 0-1 the count. That just misses inside. Count even at 1 apiece, 1 out, top of the 7th inning. Watertown looking to ice this first game. They lead at 8-3. See if they send Halligan back out for the 7th. That one pounded into the dirt. Tough play for Wald across the way, makes the play. Had to dig it out on the short hop. On what was a slow roller, and Everson with some speed down there. Hansen moves to third on the ground out. So 2 gone. Bisker, 1 of 4. A single and a run scored. A couple of flyouts to left. Strikeout on his second time to the plate. Right-hander with the open stance. A little baby blue bat up there. Takes a look at strike 1 on the outside. Bisker played a very solid game defensively at short. This one line to center. Bird, diving attempt, can't come up with it. That'll be a base hit. Looked like Bird at first thought it was going to die a little quicker and was going to play it off the hop, and then a little burst of speed right at the end, tried to slide into it, went off his glove. I have it as a hit in my book. We'll see how they actually score it in Game Changer. My book, very unofficial. We don't always agree. So the RBI single makes the score 9-3 now here in the top of the 7th on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard as that first pitch misses down and away, ball 1. Batter Lincoln Scott singled. His last time up, knocked in a run. This one off the inside part of the bat. He hustles down to first, and infield single beat out on a little nubber off the handle. First and second. Two outs. And the batter is Ashton Rabine, who went in defensively for Olson last inning at first base. Two outs, first and second. Rabine's first trip to the plate. Feet very close together, slightly open stance, way off the plate. Pops this one up to the left side. Giving chase is Sales. Can't quite get there with the dugout steps looming. And Rabine has a second life. Down on the count 0-1. Bisker at second. Scott at first, who's now 2 for 2 on the night. Came in to pitch hit last inning to lead off the 6th. Place of Marcus Pitkin. Outfielders playing fairly deep. That pitch misses outside, 1-1. Runners at first and second. Wind still blowing in from right. Cross center field, left field, that pitch misses inside, 2-1. Rabine had a double in the win over Rocky Mountain in the tournament. Creighton prepped last weekend. Delivery by Koffler, driven into left field, and that will be an easy play there for Hassett. That will end the top of the 7th inning, but another run in for Watertown. They did that on the strength of a couple of hits and a walk. They leave 2 aboard. As Playmakers brings you that top of the 7th inning recap. Back for the bottom of the 7th, Stars need a big rally here to keep things rolling in the first game of our doubleheader tonight here at Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime, and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. We are back here to go to the bottom of the 7th. Traders Market batting order will be Ben Hassett, then back to the top of the order, Noah Wald and Tegan Sales, and Halligan does go out to start the top of the 7th inning. Did not have his pitch count up there yet, but he is, I believe, under 90, so he's in good shape. Want to thank our 320 Stars sponsors. Biersbach Equipment and Supplies, Strive Fitness, Denny Menholt Auto Group, Shields, Tatco Construction, Water Tree Hot Tub Saunas and Water Treatment, McKee Ford, South Dakota Mines, and Scoopy Cow, American Family, Davis & Associates, Nick Davis Agent, Stuart Martin, Remax Results Real Estate Team, Complete HVAC, and Anco, builders of infrastructure and communications. So Hassett 0 for 2, coming to the plate for just the third time here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a 9-3 lead on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard for Watertown as Hassett fouls the first pitch back. At the conclusion of this game, we'll have our Soundbites Vintage post-game show, and we'll name our Paisanos player of the game for game number 1. Usually I like to have the tough decisions because there's so many candidates. In a 9-3 game right now, not a lot have stepped up for 320. Hassett fouls that one off to the side. 1-2. There's nobody in the lineup with multiple hits. Only 3 hits up on the board for the Stars tonight. Hassett is a worm burner to second base, and for the second time tonight, Everson doesn't make the play at second.
Top line for the Stars. Shortstop Bill Wall.
So Hassett reaches on an error. Second error of the game for Watertown. I believe both of those on Everson. Looking back, yeah, Sales reached when Everson wasn't able to handle the ball cleanly there. Noah Wald, the leadoff hitter. Sales on deck. Half lead at first. Ball skips back over the press box here, 1-1. Wald reached in the first after striking out, and the ball got by the catcher, walked and scored a run. Popped out to first. Delivery, breaking pitch way outside, 2-1. So for the second night in a row, outstanding pitching performance by the 320 opposing pitcher. Swinging through that off-speed pitch was Wald. Beck Reichen for Yankton. Gave up just 5 hits on Wednesday in a run. Just 3 hits surrendered here. This one lofted into short left field. Easy play there by Hansen. One retired in the bottom of the 7th.
Layout brings up catcher Tegan Sales.
Sales been on base 3 times, once with a single, once by error, once by fielder's choice. Scored a couple of runs. Need base runners, do the Stars, trailing 9-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Just 3 hits on the board. Sales fouls that one down the right field side. Hits off the bottom of the fence. 0-1. Allergen, much better control. Walked 8 and 4 1/3 in his loss in that Creighton Prep tourney. Team got shut out in that game. He's only had a couple of walks here tonight, and those came early. Been in control here the last couple innings and drops one in there for strike 2. Two strikeouts to end last inning. Got 5 on the night. This one popped up. First baseman calls for it, and Rabine makes the play. So Sales pops out to the infield in foul ground. Max Speed, a single, a walk, drove in a run on a ground out. His last time up, he is 1 for 2. Runner on first, 2 outs. Speed, Bird, and Melhoff. Next 3 batters due up for the Stars. But Speed has to keep it going here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Takes a look at the first pitch, ball 1. Recap this game, take a break, and come back for the pregame Think about it. They usually figure about a half hour between games. This game just a little over 2 hours old. By 320 standards, a short game. That's what happens when they get just 3 hits up on the board. Speed fouls this one sharply back to the fence. Thought for a moment it was going to get stuck. 2-1, 2 outs. Speed waves that bat around and swings at an outside pitch, 2-2. Hunter Halligan. He's pitched to beauty here tonight. Gone the distance so far. He is at 105 pitches, so this will be his last hitter. And it will be his last hitter. He gets speed to strike out to end the game. On pitch 106, after the inning started with an error, hitters 1, 2, and 3 go down in order. It's a 9-3 win for Watertown. That'll move their season mark to 29-16, their Legion mark to 14-8. 320 drops to 23-11. They've dropped their second straight game. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with the Soundbites Vintage post-game show as we continue with post 320 baseball here from Pete Lean Field.
We have a special.
Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. They also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at PlaymakersLLC.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. And we're back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. Our final 9-3 Watertown with the win. This is the Soundbites Vintage post-game show. For Hunter Halligan, he goes the distance, gives up just 3 hits. He gave up 3 runs, and trying to look back through where those runs came in. I don't think any of those runs were earned. There's a walk that came around to score after an error. Sales scored on the error. So we'll see in the book if they charge an earned run to Halligan or not. In my book, there are no earned runs. He walked 3. And those came in the first 3 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts in the book for Halligan as he picks up the win. Brooke Eschmeyer got pulled after 4 2/3 innings because he hit his 105 pitch limit. Gave up 8 hits, 8 runs. I believe only 3 of those were earned. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Jaden Koffler in relief goes 2 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run. That was earned. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Noah Wald, 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. 1 for 4 for Tegan Sales. Scored a couple of times. Max Speed goes 0 for 3. Knocked in a run on a ground out. Had a walk. Aiden Bird 0 for 3, his second caller in a row. Looking to change things up in the second half of this doubleheader. Colton Melhoff goes 1 for 3, had an RBI for Anders Lockhart on a sacrifice fly. He was 0 for 2. Cooper Kimball goes 0 for 3, 0 for 2 for Adam Jansen with a walk, and 0 for 3 for Ben Hassett. Just 3 hits on the night. 9 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Watertown. Post 320. 3 runs, just 3 hits, and they committed 5 errors and had a couple of pass balls, accounting for those unearned runs. We're going to take another break. We'll be back with our Paisanos player of the game as we continue the Sound Bites Vintage post-game show from Pete Lean. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more, tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243 and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Tom Anderson back as we wrap up game number 1 here from Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. 9-3 win for Watertown. Our Paisanos player of the game. We only have 3 hits in the game. The starting pitcher gives up 8 hits and 8 runs, and their errors abounding. There's not a whole lot of candidates. So we go with the numbers that look the best. That's Tegan Sales tonight. 1 for 4. He scored a couple of runs. He was on base 3 of the 4 times he was at the plate. And worked hard behind the plate here tonight with some wildness from the pitching staff. Eschmeyer had him working back there. So Tegan Sales, our Paisanos player of the game, brought to you by Paisanos. They're just down the road at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. I had pizza there on Sunday. Make sure you check when you're in about their punch card program. It looks like that's something they just started. They were out of punch cards when I was there on Sunday, so I'll have to remind them that they owe me a punch on there. And they had a great special on Sunday as well. So they have different specials running all the time. So check them out. Dine in or carry out. Call them at 341-6941. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. So game 1 final, 9-3, Watertown with the win. We're going to take a break and let them take care of the field, let the players get a little food in their stomachs, get out and stretch the legs, get the lineups from both of the teams. We'll be back shortly before the start of the second game. They take usually about a half hour between games. So check back with us as we bring you game 2 of Watertown and Post 320 baseball. I want to thank our sponsors before we leave here the first game, in case you don't join us. Playmaker Sports Cards, Memorabilia, and Gaming. Mike's Auto Sales, Dakota Discount RV, Traders Market, Paisanos Pakia, and Sound Bites Vintage. They are our webcast sponsors for Post 320, as well as the Rapid City War Eagles. Game sponsors for Post 320, Beersbach Equipment and Supplies, Strive Fitness, Denny Menhold Auto Group, Shields, Tatco Construction, Water Tree Hot Tub Saunas and Water Treatment, McKee Ford, South Dakota Mines, Scoopy Cow, Complete HVAC, Anco, Builders of Infrastructure and Communications, American Family, Davis & Associates, Nick Davis Agent, and Stuart Martin Remax Results Real Estate Team. So that's going to wrap things up here in game number 1, Watertown with a 9-3 win. It's Tom Anderson thanking you for watching game 1 of Post 320 Stars Baseball.